All right, guys, just a big shout out. I'm too old to kiss butt, but Ryan and Coley here. Thank you for letting us do what we do and for giving us a platform to be a part of something so special like this. These guys, in year one, we went to them and said, hey, brand new company, still waiting to see what the public's gonna say about our product. We go to Coley and say, hey, what if we held an owners rally? He didn't bat an eye. He says, heck yeah, let's do it. The RV market takes a little bit of a dip, and like, hey, let's talk about service. He says, if we're gonna err on the side of anything, err on the side of being generous. You don't hear this from other companies, but what I do, what our service team does, our sales team does, these guys, they have a vision as well that's just unrivaled. So Ryan and Coley, thank you, and I'm going to turn the microphone over to them.
All right, that was awesome. What an intro. Thank you, Bill. What a song. It is truly a family, and this has been awesome to see again here in our fourth year of doing these rallies. Bill mentioned year number one was about 50 rigs, and we gradually increased it every year. We spiked up in year two to about 140-ish. Last year was over 200, just slightly over 200, and then this year we're up to 288 final count rigs here, and over 600 people just with the allies, which is absolutely incredible. And these are things that give us inspiration, to do our jobs well, to do the right thing. Our company motto. Seeing all of you and our service team and our production crew being out here seeing this is truly, again, it's our inspiration to do what we do each day. So
yeah, it's as much as we know you guys look forward to this event, really our team does as well. This is a big deal for our team, and really we couldn't do it without the group that we have here. I know a lot of you have had a chance to meet the members of the team, and I think you'll find with each and every one of our team members, we're 600 people strong on the team, which is pretty humbling to think about, but we've attracted like-minded people that really are passionate, about truly doing the right thing, taking care of our customers. You guys all had options, right? You had options to buy various brands of RVs, and you chose Alliance RV for a reason. And we take that responsibility very seriously and making sure that we're providing, a fantastic ownership experience. So, yeah, this is fun for us. We look forward to this week. Thankfully, the weather's held up, no rain, a little hot, but we'll make do with that. But this is a great week that we all look forward to.
Yeah, so we're going to do some questions and answers here. But one other note I'd like to make is that we have, of the 288 rigs that are here, 60% are here for the first time. So that's a big deal. And I'll also add, though, we have a lot of paradigms here. We are starting to see the other brands flourish as well. And our second brand that we came out with was the Valor, and we're seeing that's our second most represented brand here. And then, so let's hear it for those Valor guys. And that brand continues to grow. We have travel trailers now, which are doing well. The Avenue brand is also only about maybe 18 months old, maybe 16 months old. So that's really still working its way to dealers. And
I think it's 60 Avenues.
60 Avenues here. That's a huge number. And so we're pumped about that. And the last big one, I don't know if anybody saw, but we had a big YouTube launch and a factory launch with all of our team about 3 weeks ago at the factory. We did the Delta travel trailer launch. And we are very excited about that product and getting out to our dealers across North America. And you'll find, I think, in about 3 or 4 years that those Delta buyers those Delta product owners will be coming to these rallies as well, which will be great. Those younger buyers potentially, families. So we're going to have to figure out the dates of this rally. Maybe we got to get closer to the middle of summer so we can get some of those younger kids maybe here if they're out of school. So that's exciting.
Just a couple high-level items. I know we often get asked, kind of a state of the union update on the business. I mentioned.
It's not on.
There we go. Did you mute? There you go.
Flip to the right.
Who needs a headset? There we go. It's more comfortable. So I was mentioning for the first row who heard me, but the rest of the people did not. We often get asked, kind of the state of the business, how things are going. So we'll give a couple high-level items, and I'm sure some will get addressed during the Q&A portion here. But mentioned we're up to 600 team members, 600 people strong on the team up in Elkhart, which if you're not signed up for a factory tour, we definitely encourage you guys to stop over. Even for those that have been, we're constantly evolving. We're up to about 550,000 square feet of manufacturing space and sub-assembly plants. We have another 200,000 square foot building, which will be coming online Q4 this year, which will help support our travel trailer production. Another metric that we look at is market share. You guys might be interested to learn this. So there's an agency out of Grand Rapids that tracks retail registrations for RVs. And within the fifth wheel category, for the most recent month of March, it's about a 45-day lag, we're tracking about 6% market share in the fifth wheel category. So when you think about it, we're a relatively new company. We're competing against some of these much larger, behemoths out there, and we're the small guy on the block. But to already garner, 6%, one of 15 fifth wheels sold in North America essentially is an Alliance RV, which is pretty cool.
And the other thing I think is to note is we're doing it with about approximately 200 dealerships across North America. When there's 5,000 RV dealers, somewhere in there, thousands of dealers. We're doing 200 dealers. So to get 6% market share with just 200 dealers tells you that there's serious traction and serious quick sell-through. The other thing is, as far as the State of the Union goes, this month, in the month of May, we have retail sold, according to our database, 424 RVs this month, just alone. So we have 288 people here, freaks here. We've retail sold just in this month across North America, 424. So that's an incredible number, especially considering the amount of inventory we have in the field, which isn't thousands. It's maybe 1,500-ish, maybe a little less than. So we're getting quick turn times with our dealerships, which is awesome to see. The other thing that's great is we're not running production this week because of the rally, and we wanted to bring our service crews out here and have manufacturing out here, and we have plant tours going on, so we want to make sure that we're not in a commotion with factory production. But what I'll say is we are running all of June, so our production crews will be running the entire month of June, and there's a lot of factories right now that are shut down. So that just tells you right now what's happening in the marketplace is that Alliance RV is resonating with our customers and our consumers, because we started this business out being customer driven, customer obsessed. It's one of our values. How do we obsess over taking care of the customer and building product that is customer driven? So I think that's resonating with our dealers. And then, just doing the right thing, as we mentioned early on, is really kind of driving this business forward. And we're certainly excited as we get to the back half of the year, getting some of our new products, new floor plans, and the Delta product line out to the dealers.
Yeah, it's really a testament to our team, and really a testament to everybody in this room. I think that word of mouth. We have Joe, and we have marketing folks, and we can put out fancy TikTok videos and YouTube videos, but at the end of the day, it's you, the allies, that are driving our success. That word of mouth, that campfire talk is invaluable. Because it's one thing for us, to say, that we're a good company and we stand behind our products and build high quality. But it's another thing to hear it directly from the allies. And that's powerful, and it's really a testament to you guys that's helped propel our growth. So we thank you very much for that.
All right. So that's the State of the Union. That's what we're at. Let's open it up for some questions.
Okay, now you can hear me. All right, so what we're gonna do is we have 2 mic stands. Jim's standing by one of them, and they should be on. There's another one right over here. So if you have a question, I'd like you to come up and talk into the microphone. Not away from it, it does adjust, so, for height. So, we'd like to hear about any suggestions, anything you guys have on your mind. But before I do that, who do we think's made the furthest journey here? Any Canadians here? All right, we got there over there. Awesome, we got some over here. Woo! I was having breakfast with a couple. They said, "Hey, we're the only New Yorkers here." Any New Yorkers? Some in the back, right there. Awesome. Okay, how about those Texans? No, so this is just a testament to like where everybody comes from around the country. So that's incredibly valuable to see people come to this family reunion this year and every year. Okay, so
Hey, Rob, are there any rallies? Maybe you could, out of curiosity, where we have rallies in the back half of the year?
That's a good question. Is this on? Tick, 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 tick. There we go, there we go. We do have rallies coming up around the country. I don't have that list in front of me. We've got something coming up in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to be in Oregon. We've got something coming up in Michigan, 2 rallies in Michigan, one right after this rally, and another one, I believe it's in September. We've got something coming up in Minnesota. I'll be there. We've done a big Florida rally, yeah. And we got something coming up in the Carolinas as well. Yeah. And what am I forgetting? Texas. Okay, Texas coming up in November, the NRVTA Texas rally, yes? And the Texas Allies Family Cruise is going on that. I believe that's October, I think. We'll see you there. Did I get them all? Arizona, yes. Okay, Arizona is coming up January or so, 2024, Quartzsite area, kind of a hybrid sort of rally, some BLM camping for those who want to do that, and then pivoting into a campground as well. All this is listed online. AllianceRVOwners.com, click on rallies, click on all events, it's listed there. And then our Alliance Facebook group, Alliance RV Group, click on events, they're all listed there as well.
Hey, Jim, do you need to register for those rallies, or how does that work?
That's a good question. So, do we need to register for those rallies? Those rallies are planned and hosted by you, by allies. Those are your rallies. And what you need to do to get into those rallies can vary. As a lot of you know who've been to rallies before, sometimes it's all organized and has to go through the event coordinator. Sometimes you make your reservations with the campground. So there's no one answer to that. It just varies. But if you go to AllianceRVOwners.com and click on rallies, you'll find that listing, and I've got a bunch of different links under each one as to how to reach out to the event hosts, and they have a Facebook page for their event. Click on that link. If they've got a forum post for their event, click on that link. So you really have to just go to those event pages and find out what the details are to get into those.
Okay, and one of the other special rallies that we work on is the Owner Empowerment Rally down the NRVTA. So that's a week, November 6th through the 10th. And we have 2 scholarships over here in the silent auction for that. So if you're interested in investing in yourself, because as much as we love you, someday you'll be out of warranty, right? But that's okay. We still love you. You come to the rally, we're going to take care of things. But you can learn really some hands-on things. And we have a lot of alumni for that first class. Who went to that first class? We have some in here, and we got Charles Tyler here, leading that Texas contingent that went to that event. He's got to tell you a little bit about the cruise.
At first, that NRVTA fundamentals class is wonderful. It's a great place to go if you want to learn how to work on your own rig. If something minor breaks on it, you can get it fixed right there at your own campground. You meet tons of other allies and some other brands that are working on their own rigs. You have a lot of connections, people you can call and say, hey, I was in class with you. Do you remember how to change this bulb seal? Mine's falling off. And you can just get it done in one day. It's a great place. And we run it like a rally, so if your spouses come, there'll be an agenda, there'll be things for spouses to do if you're not in the class. So it's a great time. It's in Texas. Come on out. Hey, we mentioned real briefly there's a cruise coming up. It's not just for Texas. It's for all Alliance family. It's leaving out of Galveston October 15th on Royal Caribbean, thank you. October 15th. If you're interested in going on a cruise with allies, see me or Leslie. There's about 5 cabins left currently out of 40. So it's going to be a blast.
Thank you. Okay, so I know we got some questions in the crowd. Because after this, you're going to walk up to these guys and say, hey, I got a quick question. Right? And you're like, why don't you share with everybody? So, okay, we got one over here. Thanks, Chris.
So, if you keep selling RVs, huh?
Get right up to the microphone.
Hello.
There you go.
Hi. We just bought ours this year. It's wonderful. If you keep selling RVs and people didn't get in this year, what are you going to do? Where are you going to have the national rally next year? Like the moon? I mean, or you can have 2. I'm just saying, where are you going to have it? Because it's going to be huge.
Well, that's a good question. And the question was, what are we going to do if the rally keeps growing? And we had a wait list this year. We are planning on coming back here next year. We're kind of trying to figure out the dates, finalizing the dates. It'll likely be potentially this exact same week. As I mentioned earlier, we've grown incrementally every year. We just want to make sure that we can do a really good job at the rally and take care of the numbers. So our plan is, and Ryan, Bill, and I were talking about this recently, we would probably incrementally go up again next year. And so we're at 288 rigs this year. We'll probably go to 3.25 next year. And then that's why, as Jim mentioned, we have all these other regional rallies that I think are good to be a part of as well. So we want to enhance the rally experience. We want you guys to have ample opportunity to be a part of the family, if you will. And so we're going to, again, incrementally grow it next year. Hopefully, we did call a lot of people on the wait list this year, so that was good. We got most of the people in, and yeah, I could see this if you fast forward another 4 years. This could be a 600 rig rally. It could be a really big rally, and we're prepared to, again, incrementally grow it each year. So it's pretty exciting to think about. So, good question.
Awesome. That was good. Well, I'm gonna just give you guys some questions. We got one over here. Yeah, come up to the microphone, please. Awesome. All right, get right up on there. You pull it down, Tim. Don't pull down.
So mine is not a question, but more of a statement and maybe a suggestion. There's lots of people with I Love You Alliance. So maybe if we had some whiteboards, we can write some comments that everyone could see because not everybody's on Facebook. But I just wanted to say thank you because Ryan is the reason, sorry I'm gonna cry. Ryan is the reason why we bought Alliance. And when you buy Alliance, you're not just buying the rig, you're buying the company. You're buying the service department. On behalf of my husband, this is the reason why we're here, because you do the right thing, and I don't know any other manufacturer that does the right thing. So I just wanted to say thank you, because all of the 60% new people that are here this year, that's next year, and the year after, and the year after. That's what it's all about. To get us outside, to get us to go somewhere, and those memories and that community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we got another question over here. All right, left.
So one question and one kind of request. My question is, I know that nobody truly knows the future, but at this point, do you guys ever have any intent of ever selling? Thor seems to be buying up everything, and so I was just curious if that was even ever on your radar.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's one we've taken many times in the past. We're a newer manufacturer, but our DNA really spans a lot of previous manufacturers. Coley and I came from Heartland, a division of Thor, and Bill's from Brand Design, had a stint at Jayco as well. All of our team members came from various manufacturers, and I think we've all experienced working for the larger guys, and we came to Alliance for a reason, and started Alliance for a reason. That's to be independent, to answering to our team members, most importantly, and our allies, just below them. And we embrace our independence. We like our independence, and we have no intentions to answering to somebody else.
Awesome. Thank you so much. My one request is please, in the future, really truly consider doing a front kitchen model.
Well, we have a panel for our GMs, so you can suggest that later in the event. So,
Who else is interested in a front kitchen, just out of curiosity?
Not bad.
Jeremiah, did you see that?
You're paying attention back there. Yeah. Okay, Trish, you got a question?
Yes, I do. I'm an Avenue owner currently, and I love the light colors of the cabinets, or the whole color scheme.
A little closer to the mic.
I love the color scheme of the Avenue, and I'm getting ready to purchase a pair of $395. But I love the colors of the Avenue. Is there any on it?
So the question was, she loves the Avenue colors, and she's going to get a $395 DS, and is there any wood options available? Unfortunately, we don't have options on that. It's one color only. And I think the real reason we do that is we can't please everybody. We could have a palette of 6 different woods, and there'd still be another one that somebody might want a different color. So we try to pick what resonates and what most customers like. And a lot of times you'll see customers will then, as you see out here as you're walking out of all these rigs, they'll customize their RV, they'll put rugs down, they'll put pillows in, they'll do some different things with bedspreads, with pictures, what have you, to make it their home. And so we're always listening. What are we hearing at the shows? What decors are working? Actually, the Avenue, if you look, do we have one here, the new Avenue, Bill, with the new wood? So we do have a new Avenue here with the 2024 model year wood decor option out there. But for the most part, we try to hit what's working and what's hitting the sweet spot. And I can tell you on the Paradigm front, that brand is red hot and flying off the shelf with our dealers. So at this point, no, I have no intention, but we're going to continue to listen and try to make sure we're hitting what customers truly want.
Awesome. Okay, well, come up to the mic. Just don't stand there. Come on. I know you're not shy about talking. Here he comes. That's adjustable too. Get right on there. There you go.
I just had a question about the growth of Alliance. With it growing so much, and I know this has been asked in the past, last year we asked this question, but just want to re-emphasize, do you have any plans on going public, or is there any way that we can invest into Alliance?
So, question, 2-part question. Plans to go public. I'll take that right off the top. No plans to go public. Back to the whole independence model and answering to ourselves and not outside shareholders. No intention to do that. Second question, open for investment. That would be a tougher one. I think we've kind of set the table, and I'm not a lawyer, but the legality of shares and bringing in hundreds of new shareholders would be a big undertaking. That's something that we're not looking to do at the moment.
The other thing I'll add too is we've grown pretty quickly, and but I can tell you right now our run rates are just a tick less than where we were last year right now. So we're running to what the dealers are ordering, what's retailing out there, and the silver lining in this industry slowing up a little bit right now is great. It's great for us because we're getting even greater talent coming to our team because some of these production lines aren't working right now. And so we're getting people knocking on our door every day saying, hey, we want to join the team. And so we've really kind of relentless improvement, back to one of our core values. We're relentlessly improving right now, and even in this flat period, which is flat for us, we want our quality to be even better. And so we're driving every single day to make sure that we're doing even more, and that Bill and Curtis on our service team, we're also adding that department and adding members there as well. So, because we realize, as Ryan mentioned early on, we've shipped out over 10,000 RVs now. I think it's actually over 11,000 now. And we've retail over 9,000. So there's 9,000 product owners that we have out there. And all of those customers have questions, comments, and a lot of them are going to our dealers, by the way, which is great. Our dealer network is doing a really good job. But we're making sure that we're investing for the long term to make sure that we take care of the allies. So.
Yeah, I think, back to the independent, that's one of the benefits. Some of these other guys, they have to manage to the quarter and the Wall Street expectations. And like Coley said, we're doubling down on what the areas of the business that we think are important, and that's the team and the service folks and our production team members, to make sure that we have best-in-class talent, that we can continue to deliver the ownership experience that you guys deserve and expect.
All right, we've got a question over here.
Yes, so you mentioned that a lot of your sales are driven by campfire talk, the owners themselves advocating for the brands. I'm proud to say I talked to one of my buddies who was buying a brand new truck and an Alliance. So any thoughts about an owner referral program? Because as we help your bottom line, a little love for us, like a t-shirt, a hat or something.
I will say this, these rallies are a massive undertaking and investment. While there is a nominal fee to come, there's a lot of money that's poured into this rally. So we are daily trying to invest back into you guys and to our customers. On that front, I think we need to talk to marketing and figure out how does that work. Is there a form we can have you guys fill out? We fire out a shirt, a hat, jacket, what have you. So we want to be mindful, because then they'll be like, well, I talked to 2 different people, and then I talked to 3 different, so there's a little bit of logistics stuff that would go into doing that to make sure that we can properly manage it. But I think we'd be open to that, and we can kind of figure out if there's a referral thing that we can do, and we'll have to talk to Rob and to the team and Joe and Steve and see what we can maybe come up with. So
awesome. We're here, sir.
I've noticed, looking on Facebook, that a lot of the complaints that people have about Alliance RVs is not with your build and your quality, it's with your components that you're putting in. What can you guys do for us to demand higher quality from Lippert for better frames and better powder coating? Because my RV was hauled one time in snow and it's rustier than crazy. What can you guys do to demand better quality from your suppliers and give us better units?
That's so the question was, what can we do with our vendors, suppliers, to demand better quality? I think it's a couple things. First, the industry had a record-breaking shipment year in 2021. And we shipped as an industry 600 and some thousand RVs. There was a total bottleneck there where the suppliers were running hard to try to keep up. And that caused some concerns and issues. I do know, like, Lippert is investing into a powder coating facility actually right here in Goshen that is eliminating on their I-beams a lot of that rust. Now there are some other welded pieces that go on the frame that aren't powder coated as well, I guess, and those are rusting more than they should. So I believe our vendors are making investments. We hold them accountable. Our team on the warranty side of things, led by Curtis, if it's a vendor issue, we're charging them back. And I think when they see the bills coming their way, we take and let them know, hey, I mean, we didn't do this, you knew this was a component issue. And so when we charge them back, I think that catches their attention as well. But we're talking to our vendors every day, and we're sourcing, we're trying to source the best material every day, and to relentlessly improve. So I think it's a good question. It's something we talk about every day. I do think there was some, I do know there were some challenges in 21. That's now been eliminated with the, the normalization of the run rates, which I think you'll see the end result will be better quality from the vendors.
All right, ma'am, go ahead.
This is like me piggybacking off of what this gentleman said, but I think having the allies at the camping shows is an amazing marketing strategy, because I'm telling you, the salesmen don't often know a ton. And he bought at the Tampa RV show this year, and Steve and Shelly Reed are the ones that sold us our camper. They didn't have a 340 on the lot, and they took us in a golf cart up to theirs in the parking lot and showed us their camper. And Steve and Shelly Reed sold us our camper. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, the Tampa show was fantastic. I think we had an ally tent. I think we had maybe 60 allies per day. I mean, I let off at the top. I mean, it's one thing for us to market and promote our company, but it's just so powerful, you guys and spreading the word and just sharing your experience with us as a manufacturer. Like I said, it's powerful, and we thank you guys for that. I think we had some representation at Houston with the tires and some of the Texas allies. But if you guys are ever bored in the winter and want to pop up to your local show, we would certainly welcome it. We'd love to see the allies, and it's great for prospective customers to hear your experiences as well.
Can we, sir, I think we'll just try to alternate it a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay. When Ally started,
a little closer to the mic, please.
When you guys started, you changed a lot of standards in the industry, and you've made a much better rig than a lot of those out there. My question is a safety question, and I don't know how many people have ever pulled electric over hydraulic brakes, but it's the safest thing out there on the road, and I was wondering if you guys ever thought of anything that's got a fifth wheel pin on it and putting a set of brakes, electric over hydraulics underneath of it instead of the drum brakes. Because if you ever have to really make a short stop, there's a big difference.
So what do you have right now? What's your RV?
I got the 382.
And you have disc brakes on there?
Disc
brakes, okay.
And I would never pull drum brakes again.
Okay. So
It's that much difference. And I've asked guys at shows, guys that are doing these videos on a certain type of RV, I said, have you ever pulled a rig with disc brakes underneath of it? Electric or hydraulic brakes? Oh no. What are they like? You need to get somebody to set you up in one and try it. And I just think they're fantastic. And I don't know how many truck drivers are in here, and they all understand what I'm talking about.
Well, it's a good question. It's an option, so we have it on there. So it's
I mean, I realize it's going to drive the price of your rig up.
Yeah.
But with the standards, I think it'll go.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, it's a frequently accepted option, so we do see that.
And the dealer, I don't think the dealers are pushing them. They're not letting people know that there's a brake option that you can get when you buy your rig.
Yeah, fair enough. It's something we can continue to monitor and talk through with our dealers and consumers. That's good feedback. So, disc brakes.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, ma'am.
I would like to know if you're going to be able to partner with more dealerships or at least service authorized facilities across the nation to help alleviate the distance we need to drive for repairs, as well as the time that they are sitting at the dealerships waiting to get repairs done.
Yes, that's a really, really good question. Something we talk about here is, okay, so she asked about what are we doing about dealer service or factory service when you're in Texas or you're in Florida or you're in California or wherever. We are authorizing service centers across the country to do work on our units. So if they're capable and they can get you in, we're gonna authorize the warranty work to be done. The other thing is we want to happen is we want the consumer, the allies, to go back to their selling dealer. They're the ones that are most capable of taking care of the problems real time, right? Coming to us, they should be, right? I see some shakings ahead, but they were, again, back to 21, there's a little bit of a frenzy in the industry. These dealers are settling out right now, and the best dealers, now we believe we have some of the best dealers in North America, the best dealers are also the best servicing dealers in a lot of ways. And so we are working hard to make sure that these dealers, we mentioned some of the traction we're getting on these dealerships, lots, is that we're making sure we're taking care of our customers. And that's something that we are working on every day, because we understand that coming to the factory or calling us every single time isn't the most ideal situation. You want to be able to go to your local dealer. That's why we encourage our consumers, our potential buyers, to look at their local dealer first, because that's where you get your local service. And so that's something we're working on pretty often. And I know we talked to Bill and Jim Benaki, and we talked to Curtis, is how can we get more work back to our dealerships, because there's thousands of technicians at those 200 dealerships that we could utilize. And so that's something we're going to keep pushing with and on. We know we want to make it easy to do the work, right? And how do we make it easy? It's going back to the local repair area. So, and then you can always call us too to kind of guide you of where to potentially go if your local dealer's not helping you out, or it's not very good. Maybe there's a service center in the area that can help you out. So those are something. What's that? Do we have them online? Yeah, we have, like, our texts are available. There's a text that our team is always responding with the various texts across the country. They can text us, and we're monitoring those texts every single day. So if there's a tech that's sitting in Houston, Texas, in a service bay, he's like, oh, I don't understand how this slide out mic is working, and it's off. And he can text our team with a text number, and we'll respond within usually 15 minutes. So we're sharing knowledge real time with these techs in the field to make sure that they're capable in doing taking care of the problems. So.
Cool. Good question. Okay, man.
Mine too. I'm Cindy Canyon, the 14th, 36th, 11. The dealer, that would enhance our pleasure. Instead of having to come here and have major things taken care of. We try to leave it with the dealer, but do you guys in the future maybe reach out after we've been to a dealer to see how we feel the process went? It's just crazy, that you go in December and don't come out to April when your stuff isn't done yet. So, as you get bigger, I think those dealers, I swear they're not doing what they should be doing. They blame it to you guys. It's not right. So.
Yeah, no, offline we'd love to hear the feedback from the dealers. I do think, to Coley's point earlier, with that 600,000 shipment year, these dealers were just going and blowing and really, they kind of lost focus on the service side because they were so busy prepping units for new delivery. And I think now that you're seeing production rates and sell-through normalize, that the experience with dealer service is improving. We know it's improving, and it's only, we think, going to get better.
So by improving the dealers and then these authorized centers around, when do you feel that will be it? Or you're working on it now?
Yeah, we're at it. I mean, we're working on it. We're constantly dialoguing how do we provide a better ownership experience. And that's, we have the selling dealer, we have, independent service shops. We utilize mobile techs on occasion. So we're constantly, evaluating it. But we do encourage, the local dealer, because at the end of the day, we do think that's the best. But in some situations, it may not be. And we'll kind of guide our customers through that process on what's the best route.
Okay, I was going to say I'd love to see an Alliance commercial on TV, but at this point, not yet.
If you watch RP Unplugged, you'll see the commercial.
There's some YouTube commercials.
Yeah. Okay, sir, go ahead.
First of all, I'd like to say I'm a lifelong RVer. Grew up with my parents camping. I am now ally. First time I saw one in the wild was from underneath. I'm a motor service tech. Got paid on the spot. My credit card. Last company I dealt with took 3 weeks to get paid. So folks, you own an alliance, and these folks are paying us to work on your coaching the field immediately. 3 weeks to get paid. Just a statement there. Question about a 5 to 10 year plan. Where are you guys going from here? Care to share any of that with us?
5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years. Where are you going?
Well, we are going to be prudent in our approach and disciplined in our approach. I think we can look out 5 to 10 years, certainly 5 years. And I believe this, as an example, I think this rally is going to be 600 plus rigs. I think we're going to have more regional rallies. I think we're going to continue to invest in our business. And I think at the end of the day, it's doing what we've done from the beginning and do the right thing. And we believe this industry needs an independent manufacturer. And like Ryan said, we're 6% market share, which is a great number. But we haven't even tapped into travel trailers. And so there's opportunity to grow there. You'll see when you come to the factory, if you haven't been recently, you'll see we have a big, huge 200,000 square foot building going up. So we're investing in the infrastructure of our company. One thing that we probably would do in that 5 to 10 year period is probably have a standalone service building, which would allow us to kind of house RVs coming through just for service every day. And we're also adding, if you hadn't heard, we're adding 5 campsites on our campus. So if somebody comes into the area and wants a place to stay, we'll be booking those, and people can stay right on campus if they're traveling through. So that's kind of a cool thing that we're pretty excited about as well. So I think it's just kind of head down, keep doing all the right things, and invest in the business for the long term, and then good things will follow. So that's our goal, and that's our plan.
Thanks for that question. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
It's going to be a little bit of a repeated thing on the service with dealers, but we bought a Valor specifically for the ability to be able to reach out to you guys and get questions answered based on the previous experience we had with 3 other dealers. And I wondered if you guys could consider either the vetting process or mandatory training for dealers. If you want to be an alliance dealer, then you got to meet some criteria, because right now the 3 that we dealt with, they're not alliance dealers. 2 of them are, but total drop the ball. They didn't even know your product. They couldn't explain solar system. People were in trouble. They didn't even answer questions. I got parts delivered to me before they even responded to my questions. And there's a real gap there. And I'm sure you guys see it, and I know there's people saying there's good dealers out there. I've not experienced one yet.
Yeah, that's the comment was around the dealer side and trainings there. So we're actually testing. We had a group in a week or 2 ago. It was on the sales side. They sent in some sales folks from a dealership to do some product training, but we're going to be bringing in some service techs. When it slows this winter, we're going to invite dealers to send in some techs. We're co-opting some of that. We're putting their personnel up. They just have to get them here to do trainings with those folks. And that's something we're going to test this winter, and going forward we may formalize it so that techs are given an opportunity to come on in and get smarter on our products.
That's good. We bought ours knowing that we would not go back to the dealer, that we could just deal directly. We drive 5 hours to get to the dealer, and it's worked out well, so you guys are doing a good job on that side.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of buying an alliance. And that's something that the other companies don't do. We've got a retail lead, retail that's Jim Benaki and and Bill Martin lead. They just are answering questions all day from incoming calls from retail. The other thing is, as dealers sell more of our units, that flywheel starts spinning a little bit faster, and they start to know our products better and better. Solar was a new phenomenon like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It wasn't being done very often in the industry. Now it's being done more, and so dealers are learning. And so as we continue to retail more, that learning continues to improve on the dealer side as well. So with time comes the knowledge and the expertise that we're hoping for at the dealer side.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
A couple quick things. I think it was January when we registered for the rally. It was a day-long process to try to get it done. I'm wondering what's being done to kind of help improve that. And number two, when are we going to stainless steel slides? Mitch is getting real tired.
So go ahead, Jim.
For those of you who had difficulty getting into the rally registration website, we believe it was just an issue with our web host where we had ourselves provisioned enough memory and cores for processing. We didn't anticipate that we would have an issue this year because incrementally, it wasn't like an order of magnitude more people registering for the rally. So we didn't anticipate having to make changes, but we will make changes next year to improve that experience so that we can have a gazillion concurrent users on there at the same time hitting that site. I think the excitement was just a little bit more, not the number of users, just more excitement of people getting on there first thing. So you've been heard, well noted, and we will be making improvements to our web host to make sure that we can just handle that volume next year. While I'm not prepared to take a list of suggestions right now on maybe how additionally we might be able to improve the registration process, when you get your post-rally survey, be as voluminous as you want on there and giving feedback, anything that's constructive, anything you thought was amazing, anything that you think could be improved, something you think was amiss that we didn't have. Fill out those surveys, but I'd love to hear your feedback on the registration on how we can improve it. So thank you.
Okay, so if you're standing in line now for a question, you're the last, okay? Because we're gonna cut it off there. Go ahead, sir. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning, my name is Lance. I have a 340RL.
Just a little closer to the mic.
Kevin Cotto has been responsive with I even followed him this last weekend.
He's standing right behind you.
I will want to meet him.
There's Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. Woo!
My real question is the trailer hitch. They're 300-pound rated, I believe. A lot of these e-bikes are 75 pounds each with everything, and the manufacturer of the brands, Coley, is recommending class 3, 350 pounds. I don't know if you can take the same hitch and add some more weld to it, some gussets. Just a suggestion, give it the same thing. And also with the e-bikes, they nearly obscure the tail lights. And they be repositioned or have tail lights at the side with a ribbon or LED. So that's been my fix was Harbor Freight magnet on the bottom with zip ties around it. Because I don't want to be the one whose fault it was that we were the big accident on the free. So that's my comment. Thanks.
Yep, good suggestion. Noted, thank you.
If you get out there to the new rigs, you'll see the tail light is a ribbon going vertical. Okay, so that's already been, we're already doing that. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, my name is Wayne. First time I'm here, I got it with Brian up in Hershey Park. I wanted to say thank you to Carter Cantrell. He helped my tech get my generator hooked up. It was a back and forth email session with them two. But I did want to say thank you. Because I don't know if you all know the personal things that these guys are doing.
Well, Carter's right there in the blue shirt. Raise your hand, Carter. All right. There he is. Jim, go ahead.
I've already known that's sad. Just a comment real quick. I am one of the first timers to this rally, and I want to say thank you to not only everybody that put this on, but you as a community. It's been an overwhelming experience already, and we're just getting started. Really feel like a family. It's an incredible atmosphere, and that's all of you people doing that. I can't say thank you enough on that. The question I have is, you mentioned 6% of market growth, what market share, excuse me. What do you see as your biggest obstacle to growing that number exponentially?
The way we structure the business, I think, we'll cap ourselves in terms of market share. Some of these other guys, a common industry practice is we refer to it as cloning products. So you'll see a fifth wheel with, a full pro fifth wheel with one graphics, and that same manufacturer will build another full profile fifth wheel with a separate set of graphics, and that way they can double dip, the market with two dealers in a given BTA. So with our model, we only partner with one dealer, limits our distribution. So with limited dealers, limited products, I think in terms of market share, we'll probably tap out at maybe 10 to 15% max, which is, we're comfortable with that. That's a great number.
And likely on the travel trailer side, we probably won't get past 7 or 8% max, because there's so many different travel trailers out there. We're going to have essentially one brand, maybe with Valor and a little bit of maybe Avenue will have a trailer down the road. So I think you're right. We're going to cap, so we're not going to get past 15% market share just because there's so many brands out there. But that's okay. We're actually really good with that. We're not looking to be 30% market share or 20% market share. I don't think that'd be good for the Allies, or I don't think it'd be good for our team, quite frankly, to be that big. So, but we do think we have opportunity to grow from that 6% number that we're currently at on the fifth wheel side.
All right.
All right.
Well, hey, so we're going to finish up a little